You know, cousins, I always talk about Chicago or my love for Chicago, unconditional love for Chicago. And of course, I'm always mentioning the same guys. And in my last post, I forgot to put my man Sneak in there. Of course, Sneak is a big guy. There's just so many. I mean, you know, I always go over usual suspects: East Move, Hurley, Maurice, Ralph Rosario, Tim Shoma, Julian, Bad Boy Bill. You guys are just so packed, man. Just my love for Chicago is crazy. Back in the day, Connie V. I love Connie. You know what, man? Georgie Porgy. He put out my first. Nikki and I put out a record on through Juan Cato had started a label with Downtown 161. It was a Rock and Cato presents Johnny D and Nikki P. But Vibe Records, Georgie Porgy, I got to give him a shout out because he was the first guy to put out Nikki and I stuff. We were the Faces, which I took from Saturday Night Fever, which I thought was kind of crazy. Anyway, that was the our first release. Then we did Face 2. Y'all ready for this? And you know, obviously Chicago, very, very important to me, and did a lot of work with those guys. We had a lot of great memories. Anyway, getting back to what this is Little Louis, his first album. And I mean, when you talk about, I always joke, well, not really joke, I really do mean that these things are Smithsonian worthy, but this is the acetate of From the Mind of, and this is history, cousins. You know, I mean, when you want to talk about house music and Little Louis, ironically, in all my years, I never met Louis. I did go to that catastrophic event he had in Brooklyn a couple of years ago where I had to check my cell phone, and I don't really understand what that whole thing was about. But anyway, if the guy had just made this album alone, it's incredible. The follow-up album obviously was incredible with Club Lonely and Save My Life. I mean, just this guy is legendary, hands down. This piece is Smithsonian, hands down. So anyway, everybody, just giving you a little bit more history. Chi-Town, stand up, cousin. I'm Brooklyn blood, but you Chicago guys, I'm telling you, man, got off that plane, something happened that first time. And for my real Chicago crew, who remembers me doing my Orange Juice Jones? All right, ask Maurice about that on the way to the airport. Ask Maurice about me singing the rain.